So today we'll start our discussion on to costing, marginal costing. So costing, the subject at IPCC level, usually we classify it like introduction. In introduction we could have tried something on to what is cost, types of cost reduction, cost control, difference, all those things we could have tried it in introduction. Then we could have tried something on to prime cost and overheads. Material chapter, labor chapter, overheads we could have tried. Then we could have tried something on to accounting, cost ledger control accounts. Then we could have tried something on to methods of costing like job, batch, etc. Then we have techniques in costing, marginal, standard, budget, etc. Then we have some new areas in costing. As how in accounts we have developments in accounting, here we have developments in costing. So this marginal, standard, budgetary control, some areas we could have tried it in IPC level, again we have it in final level. New areas we have it in final level, which we are going to name it as strategic cost management, just in time, total quality management, all those areas will be trying here. So first thing which we are going to understand is that marginal costing is not a method, it is a technique. Okay. Now, what do we mean by the term cost? So as we told, QT, when we say step 1, step 2, step 3, there is no problem. That is why we need to learn that subject. Where necessary, we can understand the concept like what is float. If you push one activity, what will happen to subsequent activity, all those things. Wherever logic is necessary, we will do that. Otherwise, it is not much importance we should give for QT, logic or reason. We should use it only as a tool. Costing is not like that. Unless otherwise we understand the basics, it is very difficult to do certain chapters like transfer pricing, relevant costing, etc. So from the beginning, we'll just do it, believing we don't know something at IPCC level, or we know we have forgot, or some fine tuning. Any words we can tell. Because if you tell sometimes, if you don't know I'm going to do from basic means, people will start thinking something very bad. How can you tell like that? I got 90, I got 80. They will attach themselves to marks sometimes. Here. So ask a student who has completed plus 2, 200 out of 200. Ask a simple question, they will not answer. My class la CPT class la keta 12th la 200 out of 200. Yamba closing stock trading account la edutringa appadina. Adha sir, format solli kudukumbodhu trading account la here opening stock purchases will come, here sales closing stock will come, so I am writing closing stock in trading account. So can you tell logic? I think we would have told it in IPC class. Amida irpom. Mathavana konjam try pannunga. Why closing stock is credited in trading account? Suma try pannalam. In future, if we sell, is it not anticipation of income? It is against prudence. Most important concept in accounting is prudence. Production cost. Stock is something which is not sold. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. When our teacher has taught, when you debit purchases, direct expenses, there is a logic. Why you are doing? Asset will never form out of trading account. Asset will come only in balance sheet. Okay. அது என்னது அது? What is that? Okay. If you don't do like that, what will happen? Profit will be not inflated.
அந்த ஸ்டாக்ல நம்ம க்ளோசிங் ஸ்டாக் எடுத்துட்டேன்னா ப்ராஃபிட் குறைஞ்சிரும், நான் அத ப்ராப்பரா பிரசன்ட் பண்ண முடியாது.
ஒரே வேர்டு தான். என்ன வேர்ட்? என்ன ரீசன்? என்ன சொல்லி கொடுத்துருப்போம்? மறந்து போச்சு. The sales team cost of goods sold when you are comparing, what is it you are doing? You are adhering to matching concept. So ask a student who has got centum in 12th standard, why you are crediting closing stock? Teacher has told we need to credit by closing stock. Yamba by credit over credit all incomes and gains. Is it your income? In future I will get income. In future if you get income, if you write now, it is against prudence concept. Why you are writing that? To other matching concept only we are doing that. Then where closing stock will come? Below trial balance it will come. Because in school days they have taught only that way. Closing stock will it come inside the trial balance or not? Why not? Depreciation or it will come outside the trial balance. Why not inside the trial balance? Who told it will not come in trial balance? So this is the way we have studied, and finally after getting தெரிஞ்ச 10 क्वेश्चन வந்திருக்கும், அதை எழுதி 200 வாங்கிட்டு உட்காந்துருக்கும். 4 கேள்வி கேட்ட உடனே வாய மூடிட்டு அமைதியா இருக்கும். கிளியர்? இதுதான் அந்த 12th ஓட ரேஞ்ச். So from the basic, can you please tell what is cost? Don't tell any definition. What is cost? What is cost? According to Philip Kotler, Adolf Hitler, definition of cost means expenditure. What is costing? Sorry? Not accounting is not cost. Not method. Technique. Sorry. Costing is not a method. It is a technique. Technique of ascertainment of cost. So what is cost? Expenditure. What is costing? Technique of ascertainment of cost. What is marginal cost? Sorry? Additional expense. So additional expense which we incur to produce one more unit. Any other definition or meaning? So only when we tell we can rectify whether it is correct or incorrect. Marginal cost is variable cost. Additional cost incurred for additional unit. Any other meaning? Sorry? Okay. We'll come back to this later. Whether marginal cost is equal to variable cost. Whether both are same. Marginal cost and variable cost, whether they are same. Not exactly. Means any line of difference, thin line of difference, or there is a great difference, means is it not equal to like that? IPCC. இங்க சும்மா ஏதாவது ட்ரை பண்ணலாம். Can you please tell? We're telling example. Okay. அதுதான் இங்கே சொல்லிருக்கு. My question is whether marginal cost and variable cost are same or not. Approximately. Abhina marginal means what, variable means what. Something you can try. Right or wrong, you can just participate. Wrong answer only you should tell. If you tell right answer, there is no job for us. Marginal cost, not related to production. நீங்க வேரியபிள் காஸ்ட் சொன்னீங்க. தென் marginal cost includes fixed cost. Huh? Semi variable. Okay, what is variable cost then? At least you tell that. What is variable cost? At least you tell. Which varies with the? That is what here you have told. Additional cost incurred for additional unit.
Production in பண்ணாலே ஒரு காஸ்ட் இன்க்ளூட் ஆகுதுன்னா வேரியபிள் காஸ்ட் ஆகும்.
For example.
Wages or like யூனிட்ஸ்க்கு தகுந்த
அதுதானே additional incurred for additional unitங்கிற meaning. What you are telling is what in English it is written as additional cost for additional unit. Similarly, it will not happen that way. Ten students are there. If I want to print material, 10 materials I will print. 11 means 11 I will print. So one more student joining, one more material I will print and give. That is variable cost. That is additional cost for additional unit. One more student means one more time I need to print and I need to give. But for this hall, if you pay rent, let it may be 10 or 20 or 50, you will pay the same rent. So additional cost incurred for additional unit is what you told for marginal cost meaning. Variable cost you told. That means marginal and variable whether they are same. Say, give example for variable cost. You will understand marginal cost easily. Material, labor, any other example for variable cost? Okay. Say, what about salesman salary or commission? Is it variable or not? Okay, material, how it varies? Based on production units. Labor, how it varies? Number of hours worked. Salesman commission, how it varies? Units sold. Now, inside the class, say from where you are basically from, if you ask. India, native. Kanyakumari. Okay. Then Kanjipuram. Tambaram. Tiruchi. Tirunelveli. Pondicherry. So, to some extent, we can just understand that people are from Kanyakumari, Tirunelveli, Tiruchi, Pondicherry and all you people are telling, Kanjipuram, etc. So, Kanjipuram, Chennai, Tambaram and all, there will not be any big difference. But the way in which people, they speak in Kanyakumari or Kanyakumari, Tirunelveli are almost same. Trichy, the slang will be different. Madurai slang will be different. Is that clear? So, and food habits also sometimes it may change. collectively we will call ourselves as Tamilan. Clear? Yes or no? So, I am from Tirunelveli, I am from Chennai, I am from Trichy and all we can tell. Collectively we will call ourselves as Tamilan. Or a person from Tamil Nadu, he may speak Tamil. We believe, because person from Tamil Nadu nowadays they are not speaking Tamil. The only state where people does not know any language to some extent properly is Tamil Nadu only. Except Tamil Nadu, if you go to any other state, minimum to minimum 4 to 5 languages they will be knowing. If you go to Kerala or Andhra, Karnataka, first they know their mother tongue very properly. Yargavadu correcta Tamil I know properly. Unless otherwise you are basically interested in Tamil means you will not ask further question. Majority, whether everyone knows Tamil, but in Kerala everyone knows Malayalam properly. In Andhra everyone knows Telugu properly. But we people, we don't know Tamil properly first of all. Tamil itself people will not tell. Tamil people will tell. Clear? So we don't know Tamil properly. In the name of English medium, we have been taught only in Tamil and not proper Tamil also again. Then Hindi, very dangerous, untouchability in Tamil Nadu. You should never learn. That's all. So in Kerala, Andhra and all, they know their language properly and English. Then Hindi definitely they know. Most of them they are fond of Tamil movies, so they know Tamil also. Minimum 4 languages they will be knowing in Kerala, Andhra. When we go there for taking classes, they will be knowing 4 languages. But here, Tamil also we don't know properly. English, including me. I am also not speaking British English. English only I am just speaking. So Tamil Nadu, Tamil we just tell, that's all. And our food habits, South Indian and all we used to claim food, rice. Then person from Kerala, he may speak, so Malayalam. Again, food habits, they are having their own habits, culture. Then from Andhra or Telangana, Telugu they speak, food habits, again culture different. Collectively how we will call ourselves as Indian. So a person from Tamil Nadu, he may vary based on, he may speak Tamil. So Tamilan may speak Tamil because the base from which he is coming from is Tamil Nadu. A Keralite, he may be speaking Malayalam. The base from which he is coming is from Kerala. So everyone is changing upon their own base. I am talking Tamil, I have some culture, tradition means, I am from Tamil Nadu, I have that culture, tradition. I am eating that type of food. Kerala, a Malayali from Kerala, he will be speaking Malayalam. So everyone is changing, but there is something which is uniting all of us, we call ourselves as Indian. Clear? But individually we are all differing. How we are differing means not on a common base, on a different basis we are differing. I am something different, I am from Trichy means even within the state itself there is some difference. Tirunelveli Tamil is different, Chennai Tamil is different, Trichy Tamil is different, Madurai Tamil is different. So the place from which we are coming, accordingly we are varying, but collectively we are calling ourselves as Tamilan or we are calling ourselves as Indian. Like that, material is a variable cost. How it varies? Based on production units. Labor is a variable cost. How it varies? Number of hours. Salesman commission is a variable cost. How it varies? Based on number of units. So like that, when you tell a list of variable cost, they are all varying, not on a common base. Is that clear? Collectively, we can call it as marginal cost. As how collectively we call ourselves as Indian, we can tell collectively the aggregate of variable elements of cost, we call it as marginal cost. So, can I introduce to someone as I am an Indian or not? Can I introduce myself to someone as Tamilan or not? Yes, marginal cost and variable cost are synonymous. There is a difference, but while solving problem, you can use what? Variable cost and marginal cost are synonymous. Is that clear? So what is cost? Expenditure. What is marginal cost? It is variable cost or the aggregate of variable elements of cost. It is not, where marginal cost is equal to variable cost only. But every variable cost varies on its own base. The aggregate of all variable elements of cost, collectively we call it as marginal cost. So it's nothing but additional cost incurred for additional unit. That is variable only. Clear? Okay, then what is marginal costing? What is costing? Technique of ascertainment. What is marginal costing? Technique of ascertainment of marginal cost, or technique of dividing the total cost into variable and fixed. Clear? Okay. Technique of dividing total cost into variable and fixed means, give example for fixed cost. Rent. Sorry. One more example, always. Whenever you ask what is intangible asset, we will tell goodwill. Like that, what is fixed cost? Rent, salary. Okay. Whosoever is told rent is fixed, kindly please tell if you have any property to be let out, means we will come to your place, because whatever you are charging today, lifelong you are going to charge that only. Whosoever is telling salary is fixed, please come to our office. There is a vacancy, lifelong, we will give employment. Then we fix, say for example, 15,000, 20,000. You only told no fixed, you will not ask for any increase. Very, very happy. So give you example for fixed cost, no. So rent, salary, is it fixed? Semi-variable விட்டுருங்க, அது திருப்பி திருப்பி கொண்டு வராங்க. அது semi-variable is something different. ஏதோ எல்லாத்துக்கும் semi-variable சொல்லிடக்கூடாது. Variable or fixed. Semi-variable includes variable as well as fixed. So I am asking black or white. You are telling grey. That is something different. What is fixed? Example for fixed, is it possible to tell now? No. Then we'll start thinking. Is that clear? So, but something is telling in our mind, rent is fixed, salary is fixed. When we ask this question, you are not able to answer. So how we can come to a conclusion now?
Does not vary the level of activity.
It does not vary with the level of activity. Okay.
Doesn't change very often. Even though you produce 10,000 units of rental units, rent is not going to change.
Okay. That is for 1 month.
Over a period of time, if you undergo.
Then even if so, for example, if you take Xerox, if you just take a photocopy, per unit what you paid few years back, 1 rupee you could have paid for one, say 50 paisa could have paid. I still remember 25 paisa and all we have paid. Then it went up to 50, 1 rupee and 1 rupee 50. It is not daily they are changing. Over a period of time only changing now. So one copy when you take, is it variable cost or fixed cost?
At that time when the student is off, so it's variable.
No. Over a period of time only. Now they are charging 1 rupee. After 2 years only they are making it as 2 rupees. No.
No, that's not concept here. Like always go. Rent is at 12,000, 12,000 will be fixed for this 1 year's time.
Can you please repeat?
So rent is at 12,000 which is now 12,000 is
Fixed for
period of time.
fixed for period of time. Units க்கு அதுக்கு சம்பந்தம் இல்ல. When time is fixed, then rent is fixed. When time is fixed, salary is fixed. When time is changing, there is no cost in this world to be called as fixed cost. There is a proverb which you can never say no for that. What is that? There is nothing permanent in this world except change. Another you cannot use the word fixed itself in this world. There is nothing permanent in this world except change. Even yes sir, our Talaivar also had sung a song. Not Talaivar sung that song. What song? Matram Undrudan Maharaj. So there is no cost in this world to be called as fixed cost. Everything is variable only. When it is variable, when time changes, all the costs are variable. So when time is fixed, we can differentiate this is variable and this is fixed. Daily in Xerox shop they are not changing the rate. Then we can tell like that. So time frame should be constant, then only we can differentiate total cost into variable and fixed. Because of this, what sort of problem will arise would mean, you cannot take any long-term decision using this marginal costing technique. Because only within a fixed period of time, this is variable and this is fixed, we can tell. After 4 years, after 5 years sort of decision and all, you cannot take it in marginal costing, because after 4 or 5 years, you cannot tell rent is fixed, salary is fixed. When time changes, these things also changes. Can you understand? You need to try those kind of problems only under capital budgeting technique. Capital budgeting technique will take care of both short-term decision making as well as long-term also. But marginal costing is not like so. It will take care of only short-term decision making. Only when time frame is constant, say 1 year, 2 years, we can tell this is fixed, this is variable. Is that clear? So first assumption which we need to remember in marginal costing is that there are 5 assumptions we are going to tell. Very first assumption is time frame is constant. If we are not telling this, there is no meaning to tell this is marginal, this is fixed, we cannot tell. Number 2, selling price per unit remains constant at all volumes. 100% in practical scenario it will never happen. 1 kg of potato, if it is 10 rupees, 10 kg if we buy, will you pay 100 rupees? Never. With 2 people always we need to fight. Who are the 2 people? One is vegetable vendor, flower vendor. So if they are asking for 10 rupees flower vendor, 1 arm's length price, we should use all the words in this world and we should finally buy it for 5 rupees or 8 rupees. 8 rupees. 2 rupees we can save. By saving 2 rupees, we will become crorepati. If we give 2 rupees, we will become billionaire. Clear? But we will go to Globus or Sangeeta, Sarnabhavan, etc. When they ask something worth rupees only 20 rupees, when they ask 200, we will pay and we will come. No bargaining. But vegetable vendor, when they are asking 2 rupees extra, 3 rupees extra, in front of everyone in the road, we should use all the words and we should save something for our home. Is that clear? Sometimes I am telling about me also. I am not coming from heaven, including me. At least on one day we can change. That is what we are thinking. Is that clear? Okay. So fight with 2 people. Save money. Save trees. Madhuri, save money. So never it will happen selling price per unit remains constant at all volumes. But here we believe 1 unit you are going to sell it for 10 rupees means 1 crore unit also per unit it will be 10. Provided question is silent. If question says something, we cannot follow this because what we say is only assumption. As how in accounts we have fundamental accounting assumption, here we have some assumption. If question is silent, we will believe this. If question says something, you need to follow that. I am not telling in marginal costing this will happen. In marginal costing, if question is silent, we will believe 1 unit also 10 rupees, 1 crore unit also it is 10 rupees per unit. Per unit will remain constant. Number 3, variable cost per unit remains constant at all volumes. Again, this is also not possible. From vegetable vendor point of view, it is selling price. From our point of view, it is cost. So, it is not possible to have constant at all volumes. Again, when question is silent, we need to believe this. Number 4, fixed cost as a whole remains constant. Fixed cost as a whole, it is not per unit. When fixed cost as a whole will remain constant means only when time frame is constant, fixed cost as a whole remains constant. And again, this assumption also can be refuted. How come? For example, when we pay rent for this hall, is it fixed or variable? Fixed, you are telling. When assume the hall capacity is 50, assume 20 students are there also, we need to pay same rent. 25 students also we need to pay same rent. 1 student also we need to pay same rent. No students also we need to pay same rent. 50 students also we need to pay same rent. 51st student, is it possible to accommodate here? No. Assume we have 75 students. Then we need to go for a better place. There we need to pay rent. So for a range of 0 to 50, for example, for this place we pay 25,000 rent. Then, if we have 75 capacity, then 50 to 75 means, assume we need to go for a better place, for which we need to pay, assume 40,000. So, fixed cost, I am telling as a whole, it will remain constant at all volumes, but it is not so. So, 50 units also same rent, 75 units also same rent, you cannot tell. Because 75 units means extra capacity you need, for which you may need to spend some extra fixed cost also sometimes. Therefore, if question is silent, I will believe 1 unit, whatever you are paying, 1 crore unit also I will pay same fixed cost, I will believe. But if question in which they are telling, for this range this is a fixed cost, next range this is a fixed cost, I will take that. Can you understand? Vellame unless, in law they will tell unless otherwise agreed. Like that, unless otherwise specifically told, we will believe this. Okay, last one. Whenever profit changes, there can be 2 reasons or 3 reasons maximum. What are the 3 reasons for change in profit? You cannot tell any other reason except for these 3 reasons. Cost going to reduce, or sales selling price is going to increase, or selling price is going to increase, or sales volume is going to increase. You cannot tell any other reason. You tell technology improvement also. Finally, technology improvement will result in reduction in cost only. Whatever you tell, except for these 3 reasons, profit will not change. For CPT student, will tell a technique how to remember the profit equation. What is the name of our coaching point? Shriram coaching point. SCP. Sales minus cost of goods sold will give you profit. Here, you can easily remember. Profit equal to sales minus cost of goods sold. And always will be talking about only 3 people in this world. Whenever you take newspaper, FM, or to your friends chatting, WhatsApp, Facebook, everywhere, only about 3 people will be talking. Who are those 3 people? People in sports, people in cinema, people in politics. You will not talk about any other person. Is that clear? Yes or no? You can easily remember this. If profit change aguna, either sales should change or cost should change. Sales change aguna, either price may change or volume may change. Though we have 3 reasons, we strongly believe change in profit in marginal costing is only on account of change in volume and not price or cost is what we believe. If question says something, we need to follow that. If question is silent, suddenly there is a change in profit means we will believe it is only on account of change in volume and no other reason will believe. These are the 5 assumptions in marginal costing unless otherwise question says something. What are the 5 assumptions? Time frame is constant. Number 2, selling price per unit remains constant at all volumes. Variable cost per unit remains constant at all volumes. Fixed cost as a whole remains constant. The only reason for change in profit is change in volume. These are the 5 assumptions in marginal costing.